Take me down to the fighting end. Wash the poison from off my skin. Show me how to be whole again. 'Cause I'm only a crack in this castle of glass. Hardly anything left for you to see. For you to see. For you to see. For you to see.
Well, hi there. How are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Let me take my glasses off. What is going on tonight? Do we have a treat in store for you all? And of course, my buddy, my pal, my best friend, TLTG Reviews. This is a joy.
I was ready.
It's us.
I was totally
How
ready.
you doing?
Too. I didn't know
How
that
you
was
doing?
coming.
I know. Wait a second. I'm sorry, George. I apologize. My finger slipped.
Seconds or thirds, besties.
Right. Second, third. Gentlemen, congratulations.
Asshole.
Thank you,
Hey.
sir.
First and foremost, some
Wait, first
kiss.
of all, do you like my Halloween theme? It looks like spooky.
Yeah, you have the mood lighting. It's like a haunted house. Look at my lights in the back. They're kind of the same.
Very Gengar Pokemon with George's light.
Right. Yeah. You're like a
Very
supernatural, malevolent force.
Wait a minute.
Is that
this-
Versace?
Of course it is. This
Oh,
whole
I should've
thing, actually, it's brand new. It's the first time I'm wearing this. Go ahead.
You look lavishing like
Oh,
always.
this looks beautiful. Look at how beautiful this looks on camera. Oh my God, look at this.
You look better than the last time I saw you.
Beautiful.
Oof, you were looking rough last night.
The good plastic surgeon. I told you, everyone needs a good therapist.
Once
You need a
it
plastic
heals,
surgeon.
once it heals, you can't even tell. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Hi,
I gotta
everybody.
say, speaking of,
Hi,
loving
everybody.
the denim hoodie jacket kind of thing going on here, man. I like
Thank
it.
you. Little throwback.
Like
Little
that.
throwback.
That's time to shit to me.
Dude,
Yeah,
Levi's.
throw it back, way back in the yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
this is
Good
a
shit.
timeless look. So, gentlemen, enough of this riffraff. All right, let's cut the brass tacks. ZED creators, this is the third go? Listen,
You haven't sprayed them yet, right?
I have not smelled them. You're going to get it raw and honest and real, and I'm very excited. But I feel like
hey Marcus, hi everybody, Blondie, Strawberry, everybody, much love. Go ahead.
I just
feel
feel
Someone's
This is-
missing.
I feel like somebody's missing, you know, and I just think that this would be a lot better if there was four of us. What do you think?
The stream could definitely get bigger.
It could get bigger, maybe
Much bigger.
7,
Get giant.
7'3",
7'3".
416.
I'm 4'16". Athletic build. You're talking about me. You're talking about
a very corpulent build.
a very corpulent build. But no, ladies and gentlemen, our guest of the night, the guest of honor, a Nigerian giant,
Mm.
is amongst us. Okay, we don't walk with them; we walk amongst them, ladies and gentlemen. Give it up. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so excited! Boom, baby! Hey now, Hey now, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How about yourself?
I am doing fantastic, sir. It is great to have
What's up,
you.
George? What's up? What's up, George? What's up, Ross?
My guy.
Much love to you.
doing?
Always love. I like the pink color on you. It softens you a little bit.
I was like, I've been wearing black. I'm like, you know what? Maybe find a different color to wear tonight. Something
It's a
nice.
beautiful color. You
I
look
like
good.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Joey.
It is an absolute pleasure. Thank you for stopping by. I have so many questions. I want to know the origins. I want to go back to the beginning, but actually, I want to go a little farther back. I see these bottles behind. I see these fragrances behind you. Tell me about
camera.
exact. I'm sure there's more. I'm sure there's more.
Let me. If I do it this way, bam.
Oh, hold on. Let's zoom. Let's fold it. Oh man.
Yeah, George.
Okay.
I see that's the horror shelf up there.
You're a serious collector.
Oh yeah, I am.
Look at that. He's a huge frag head.
Huge.
So let me jump. I think Ems is fangirling. She's screaming right now. Ems, I need you to relax. First fragrance. What was your first fragrance?
Did I ever bought with my own money or?
Oh, no. The first fragrance that you connected with, that you were like, this is what I enjoy in life. This is what does it for me.
Miyake. My dad had the original.
Oh man, yes.
Issey
Miyake, the frosted glass, 1990s.
Yep, it was Miyake. Then it was the original Lamar. Because I remember this. I remember these two bottles vividly. Just the way they were shaped, and it was such a unique take. The packaging,
vanilla bomb.
And so those two, I've always known those two since I was a kid. Like, those two made a huge impression.
I think in men's fragrances, yeah, absolutely. Ross, how do you feel about Issey Miyake, Lamar?
So it's funny that Issey, because I knew his answer was Issey Miyake. We've talked about it before, and literally yesterday, myself, Jordan, and Justin were on, and all three of us pulled our bottles out and were fangirling over the new Eau de Parfum.
Oh my God, there it is. I gotta catch up.
His hand.
Yeah, what is that, a 6.7 or a 4.2?
No, this is the 2 ml.
Okay, see, this is the 1.5. This is the big bottle. Okay, still,
I couldn't find it
smaller in his hand.
Because I bought it in. I went to New York for my friend's tequila launch, and then I stopped at the duty free in New York at JFK.
Angel's Place. Yeah.
So
I have to say,
one of the first times I had him on, we did a collection video, a live stream of his, where we explored his collection with him. And it turns out he's a big Issey Miyake fan, so that was a big bonding moment for us. Like, ooh, Issey Miyake, now we're talking, So yeah, he's a big Issey Miyake guy.
First and foremost, when you talked about the bottle in his hand, I couldn't help but think of Shaq with the water bottle. I know we've seen that viral clip. I know we've all seen that viral clip.
I wish I had a water bottle right now. It's the same thing. I wish I had a water bottle.
Shaq's like 7'7" something like that. He's taller than Shaq.
I'm taller than Shaq, yeah.
Okay, so we have our own. This is our own moment in time. Forget Shaq and his bottle. You were holding a bottle of Issey Miyake. You made it look like one of those cute, those little the gifts you get at Sephora when it's your birthday. Was that a mini? What was that, a mini? Man, that is fantastic. Yeah, I thought. Well, anyways, enough of that. So Lamar, Issey Miyake, of course, fragrances and family. The scent memory you have with it, the way it just takes you back to being a kid. And matter of fact, I want to make sure of this. I think we're the same age. I was born
in 92.
I was born in August of 92. So
I was born May.
Okay, shout outs.
Yeah,
My dad, my father was born in May. So those 90 fragrances like Issey Miyake, Polo Sport, Lamar. Oh my God.
That's another one. Great flannel. That's
Jeffrey Bean.
Jeffrey Dean, great flannel.
Jeffrey Bean. Yeah, gray flannel. That's like an old school masculine man fragrance, right? That's like 80s powerhouse. I'm not built for that.
That's not my kind of powdery, that one. No.
Yeah, Lamar powder though. The powderiness is beautiful with the vanilla and the powder. But yeah,
y'all are going through 90s. I said when I said I can't believe you didn't say it. I'm surprised Aqua de Joe never got just.
You know what? I didn't hit Aqua de Joe until later on, later
He's
years.
a big fan of it though. That's why.
But on my skin, it turned. I don't know Aqua. I mean, yeah, I don't know Aqua de Joe at all. On my fingers, it just turns sour.
It turns sour on you. A lot of people say it turns sour. So I mean, I could see that. I'm just fascinated. I love that you're an authentic fragrance like connoisseur. That this is a love for you. It sounds like it's been a part of it your whole life. So let's get down to the origins. Tell us, share your story, if you will, with all of us here.
For me, people, you know, as you can tell by which origins do you want? Like origin of like my fragrance collecting, or like
I would love to start with the origins of your fragrance collection and just how everything came to be. You know, kind of just go through the timeline.
Wait. Let's go back. If you could just tell them in a nutshell, because I find it fascinating, Omos, how you got. So you're here now. You live in Florida. You're with WWE, Omos, the Nigerian Giant. Bring them to how you were. You were in a Nigerian village, correct? In a village.
Yeah, I lived in Lagos, which is like one of the major metropolitan cities, Lagos, Nigeria. It's still very
Okay, so Lagos is one of the biggest cities in the world. So it's not a village; it's a big village. It's a huge metropolis.
It's a huge metropolis, but also very poverty-stricken. And I had the privilege because my parents had lived in the U.S. for a while in the 80s, and they moved back. They lived here in the early 80s, and they moved back before the 90s. So I was born in Nigeria, and so my parents were pretty much exposed to luxury culture. My dad was an avid traveler. My dad used to, travel to Japan all the time and go to Australia, go to Germany. Those are the places that he frequented a lot. So he was brought back fragrances and books and magazines. So at a young age, even though I'd never been to those places, I was extremely exposed to the global culture, the global world in different parts of the world. So I think that kind of shaped my identity as a very, very young man. And that's happened where I had an early exposure to fragrances because my parents were well traveled. So basketball player, as you can tell, point guard.
Absolutely.
Just joking.
Right, shout out.
Yeah, I know. Played basketball. Got discovered at a camp when I was 13 by Masai Ujiri, who was the general manager for the Toronto Raptors. He's no longer there. He's the one that brought the championship and Kawhi Leonard a couple years ago to Toronto, their first ever championship. So known him since I was 13 years old. Came to America at 15, played high school hoops, played D1, tried to go overseas, but that didn't work out. Got hurt a couple of times, had to have this huge brain surgery when I was in college, so that kind of derailed my career. Trying to give a synopsis. And then during my college years, I met, Ross is going to love this, I met Steve Kern, which is, I forget his ring name. He was like a kind of like a Crocodile Dundee character back in the day. He was like an alligator wrangler. He'll be in the swamps, and so I met him when I was in college. Had no interest in WWE, was still basketball. Tried to go overseas. I was supposed to go to China, but due to immigration issues, I was stuck here, so I couldn't go. And then my best friend was just like, "Hey, how about you just to WWE?" I was like, "You know what? You're right." He says, "You have nothing to lose. You have no job. Just try it out." So, reached out to them, went for a tryout, and got hired on the spot. I remember I went for a tryout July 2018. I forget the date. Went for a tryout here in Orlando. Usually got a job on that day. And then I started at the Performance Center at October 4th, 2018. And that's how I got into the WWE. And then, still training and learning the process. Pandemic happened. Got seen by my big boss at the time, who's no longer with us, Vince McMahon. And he just yanks me out of developmental, like, yeah, this guy didn't want to be a roster. And I got pushed.
Because you're a big attraction.
Yeah, exactly what Roger said. So I got pushed to the moon and gave it a spot. And I've been lucky enough to be on 3 WrestleManias. Not a lot of guys can say they've done 3 back-to-back WrestleMania. So I'm grateful I've wrestled Hall of Famers. Now the guys can do that. So I've had a pretty, while my career in wrestling is rather short, I've had a pretty illustrious career thus far. So I'm grateful. So after that, how the Ferguson comes together, my first international trip, and this goes into the collecting aspect, because like I said, I've always been into fragrances. When I was in college, I was gifted a Polo Red, and I wore that for years. I was a guy who always had 1 or 2 fragrances. I remember I used to wear the old Axe body spray. I could go to Walmart, buy like 4 or 5.
Phoenix, Dark Temptation, the classic.
Dark Temptation.
That was the chocolate one.
Yeah,
the chocolate one. Come on. That was me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I still have one in my car. I don't use it, but I still have one in my car.
It's a good car spray, no doubt.
Yeah. So what happened was we took a trip to Saudi Arabia for a pay-per-view, and in the hotel where we stayed at, they had a local perfume store in Saudi. And I walk in there, and they start to do the Bukhor and burn the oud, and it was such a transformative experience. It was almost as if a light bulb just hit in my head. I was like, whoa, what is this? And I still don't like oud, which is crazy. Ross knows this. I'm not a huge fan of oud. But
I like the oud for happiness and the oud for greatness.
Oud for greatness is okay. Yeah, I can do that. I'm not a huge oud fan.
But that experience was so transformative that it just took me to a place I never thought something such as scent could just transform me to a complete different space and give me a completely different type of feeling. That once we're done, I don't like oud, but I did buy one oud fragrance that I've never worn, just as a keepsake. And then that day, this is a funny story. We kind of got a bomb alert while we were out there in Saudi, and we were told to stay in the hotel.
Oh, this was the Lesnar match. Was your first international trip?
This was the one tag team when Riddle rode the camel.
Oh, okay, yeah, never mind. So, because Lesnar was the following year.
Yeah, so we go out there, and they said everybody stay in the hotel. And I'm saying to myself, I've been in the U.S. I came when I was 15 years old. At the time, I think I was like 29. I'm like, I'm not staying in my hotel. This is my first time going out of the country. I am leaving my hotel. I'm Nigerian. I know how to get around. Found an Uber, looked for the nearest mall, went to the mall, walking around myself, walking around in the mall, and then I go to the perfume store, and I buy 2 fragrances that day. I buy one for my wife. It smelled like this. I didn't even know this like anything like designer, niche. I bought Baccarat Rouge 540 straight for my wife because I smelled it, and I said, she's gonna love this.
That's a
the one.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yep. So imagine as someone who's worn this Polo Red and little fragrance, you say Miyake here, and then just jump into.
That's a whole other experience. Yeah,
and then the second fragrance I bought was, and remember then they told me the price. I'm like, you know what? For my wife, it's worth it. And then for the second fragrance I bought Killian Black Phantom.
Oof. Okay.
I never heard of these brands. I've never gone on fragrance YouTube. I'm just in the mall in Saudi Arabia in Riyadh, and I'm just shopping. And I bought those 2. And I remember once I came home, I just went on YouTube like, hey, fragrances, and everything just popped up. And I almost had a laugh right there. And I'm saying to myself, wow, there are folks who actually make fragrance content. So I started following everybody and watching content. And before you know it,
it's a rabbit hole. You're locked in.
I'm ordering almost every other week. I think this is the first year that my ordering of fragrances have actually slowed down because I have such a great wardrobe that now I'm very particular about what I buy. Like if it doesn't wow me, I don't buy it. So,
no doubt.
But then it was, oh my goodness, I found Fragrantica. I'm not Fragrance Buy. I was Joma Shop before it became Slow Shop. Sorry.
Yes,
I love that people call it that. My nickname stuck.
Right. So So you
I'm
got off
bothered here.
What
it's
the
not
heck?
what I want.
So hold on a minute. So Omos, you're in Nigeria, and how old are you? You're playing basketball, and you had a scout find you, correct?
Yes. I went to a basketball camp and they found me. My side UG. I went to the camp when I was 13, started when I was 15, and I came to America when I was 15 years old.
So how tall were you at 13? Were you like?
I was like 6'7".
Oh,
Because
you're 7'3" right now, correct?
Yeah, 7'3" right now.
Right.
I was 6 when I was 13, and by the time when I came, I was about 6'11", and then by the time the end of my sophomore year, I was already about 7'3". I just always thought I was 7 foot.
When he was 13, he was 3 inches taller than you, George.
So you're doing your thing with the rest of the kids, and someone approaches you and said you need to go to the United States, just like that.
No, not like that. I went to a camp. So what happened was,
I
mentioned earlier, Masai Ujiri, who he used to be the general manager of the Toronto Raptors in the NBA. Back then, he was a scout for the Denver Nuggets, and scouts didn't really get paid that much. But he would come back home. He would go to all the players and say, "Hey, whatever shoes you guys don't want after the season, give it to me." The kids back home who need shoes, I'll take it back home, and they will love it. Because I was going so fast, I really could not buy any shoes in Nigeria. So one of the first pairs of actual shoes I could actually wear comfortably that I actually got was from going to that camp.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so they gave me 3 pairs of shoes. I remember it was 3 pairs of shoes that I was given. It was like a Nike Air Max, a Reebok, and I think I got like another Nike, and then 2 flip-flops. And I was blown away by the fact that there were shoes that I could wear that was comfortable because it was so rare. Yes, but the basketball ones. Remember the basketball ones?
Of course.
Yes, the basketball ones. Yeah.
Air Maxes are probably my favorite shoes.
So
I can't believe he just showed us his shoe.
It was an Air Max.
Oh my
George,
God.
how many times have you shown us your shoe on our streams?
Right. If he's got a fragrance collection, he's got a sneaker collection. George has more shoes than we do.
So as Ross knows, we're hobbyists, right? I have a fragrance collection. I have a sneaker collection. I love art, so I have this art figurines for my cars and beer bricks. I also have my anime statues. Then once I got into want to do content creation fully,
yes.
Hold on, Omos, hold on a minute. Hold on. Just give me a moment. Hold on.
Yeah.
How did you get to the States?
Oh, I was given a scholarship. So during the camp,
how else would you like him to tell
excited.
George?
Yeah,
I want people to learn about you a little bit, just a little bit.
I got you. So after finishing the camp, I was approached by my side, and they said like, "Hey, we think it's time for you to come to America. How about we start doing the process?" And originally, it was supposed to be myself, my mother, and my younger brother.
Okay.
And what happened was I got a scholarship. I was originally supposed to go to anybody who knows anything about grassroots basketball. I was supposed to go to Montverde Academy, which is one of the biggest schools for high school basketball in the whole country. And then what happened was my visa process then it got pushed. So I ended up going to Montrose Christian, which is the high school no longer exists anymore. But that same high school is another powerhouse grassroots high school. I'm talking about they have several NBA players. Actually, Kevin Durant went to this high school. They're known for.
I was wondering why grassroots was sounding so familiar.
Yes, they have kids who from all over the world go to these academies, and then from there, McDonald's All-American, NBA, or if not NBA, go to high-level college basketball, get a full scholarship, get it paid for. So I was lucky enough to go to Montrose Christian, but because I had a scholarship, my visa process was a lot easier, and my mom and my brother they didn't have theirs, so it was gonna make the process a lot longer for me. So my parents decided to just send me alone to come by myself. So I remember on January 6th, 2008, I was on a flight by myself all the way from Nigeria to Rockville, Maryland.
And that's the first time that you've flown on an airplane, right?
My second time.
Your second time. Do you know what's funny? It's funny that you mentioned you mentioned the date because it triggered mine. My father knows the date when he arrived at Ellis Island. It just brought me back to what you just said. My father remembers the date when the ship pulled into Ellis Island. And anyway, so you show up, you go to school. So you were groomed to go to the NBA.
Oh, brother, it literally. I was being groomed to go to the NBA. Like I had to go to the NBA. By the time I was a sophomore, I already knew I was going to go to Georgetown University to go play for John Thompson III. I already had a full ride scholarship and everything. Like I was being primed. I was never supposed to end up in Florida. It was the plan was high school, Georgetown. I knew from the past centers they've had, and they had and Ross knows this, that Georgetown University has a track record for having guys like me who went there for 2 to 4 years, big men, and went to the NBA, like guaranteed shot because they went to Georgetown.
It's been like that for decades too.
It's been like that for decades. So I was going to follow that same route, and I was geared to go that same route. And then what happened was life happened. I blew my ACL, and that all went to hell.
So that's what I wanted to say. So you blow your ACL.
Yes.
What year of school were you?
I was this was the summer of my the summer before my senior year.
Of high school?
Yes, of high school. And pretty much in high school basketball, they have what we call AAU, which is what high schoolers play every summer to get seen by scouts. So the year before I had a big summer, and I was geared to have a big summer, like a gigantic summer.
5-star kind of stuff.
Right.
Bro, yes. I was primed to go to this. I'm right starting my had a basketball camp, Nike camp. I was primed to go to that. The NBA had a top 100 camp. I was already on the list to go to that. I had literally every week in my mailbox, I had George, you're like boxes of mail from colleges, like boxes. Like I used to have John Thompson II, which is a Hall of Fame coach, come to my high school games and sit on the sideline and watch me play basketball.
Just watch.
Yeah, just come watch me. That doesn't happen for a lot of kids. So
maybe his chops.
Yeah.
So what happens? What happens? You tear your ACL.
So I tear my ACL and I was told, hey, you can still come, but the interest kind of waned. So I kind of felt slighted.
Damaged goods.
So I kind of felt slighted, and then I said, you know what? I still want to play in the Big East, but I'm gonna go to a small university that they could use me. So so during my junior year, University of South Florida was playing a game in Georgetown. This is when Georgetown was ranked top 25 in the nation, and I remember that day they got beat by a small university, South Florida in Tampa, and the coach, who's from Maryland, came to my game the next day. We had this big blowout game in DC, and I'm dunking everything, and blowout game. And he comes to me, he goes, I know you don't know me yet, but we're gonna become really close. And I'm looking at this dude like, I saw his shirt, South Florida. I'm saying to myself, I'm not coming to Florida. I'm going to Georgetown, baby. I'm a Hoya. But nobody knew this. I just in my mind, I'm like, I'm going to Georgetown. Once I got hurt, I ended up going to a place where I thought I was going to go. They flew me out for a visit, and I went to this gigantic campus in Tampa, beautiful campus. And as a young 18-year-old whippersnapper, I'm swimming around campus, and I go to campus. I'm seeing beautiful women everywhere. And my mom is just to the floor.
You got to worry about it. Your wife, you got to worry about.
She won.
Yeah.
Right.
That's how by my wife. I'm seeing beautiful women everywhere.
Of course.
The beach is right there. The ocean is right there. I'm just like blown away.
Yeah, it's hard to go back.
When I'm in DC, I'm looking at this thing of this small school. But when I arrive on campus, I'm like, holy cow, this is a large university. About 40 to 50,000 students. So I'm shocked. So I ended up in South Florida, and then before they started, and that year, because I was a partial qualifier, NCAA, this is a whole different story. Which means I could practice with the team. I'm on a full ride, but I can't play the actual games, which is okay. I blew my ACL again preseason, and that was the year the NBA had the lockout. So we had all these NBA guys come play with us the whole summertime. So I was in a different mode because they didn't play with people who are way better than you.
So what is tearing your ACL?
ACL is a ligament in your knee that helps you with walking and running.
Okay.
It stabilizes you.
Does it heal? Doesn't it heal?
Yeah, you have to get surgery twice. Once you tear it, you got to go surgery, yes. And the recovery is about 6 to 8 months. So I had to do that. And then it was coming back great. Everything was great. was coming back, started the whole year, and then I remember March of the was it March? Yeah, March before we go into March Madness college basketball season, like the conferences. We were playing Cincinnati. I'm cheering my team, right? And the next day, I was told to go to the coach's office. And one thing about me is I'm not a very confrontational person at all. Like I hate, like I can't, like I'm not very confrontational at all. It's not my strong suit.
Yeah, even though you kick people's asses for a living.
I know, which is crazy, right?
Right.
So
that's the thing. He's a heel on TV. He's a big old teddy bear. As you got all the love right here. You know?
Right.
Dr. Omos is watching this. Dr. Omos is a doctor. She's a doctor.
Yes,
She's very good doctor. Yeah.
That's a smart. You got a doctor. That's
smart. She's very smart. That's
fantastic. Oh man, you're in good hands.
Thank you.
Yeah. They call you, so the coach Britt calls you in.
So I go to the coach's office and he goes, "Hey, I want you to read this email." So the email goes, "Hey, so I saw one of your players, Jordan Omogbain, from the size of his hands and the size of his jaw, I think he has a pituitary tumor." And I just start laughing. I'm like, "Who the hell is this jerk? I didn't know you from Adam. He's going to diagnose me from the sidelines."
Yeah.
And I look at my coach and he goes, "Hey, I don't know who this guy is, but he seems to be a very powerful individual on campus," because the email wasn't sent to me. The email was sent to the president of the university, and I was CC'd in the email. And I go, "Oh, okay." He said, "So we have to do an MRI to make sure you're clear." And in my mind, I'm saying to myself, I'm going to do this MRI. It's not going to be anything, and I'm going to go about my life. Do the MRI. The following week comes around, and I walk in there. They said, "Go to the trainer's room." I walk in. I see team doctors. I see the president. I see all the training staff, and I'm just like,
"Oh, jeez."
They go, "Hey," they pull out the MRI. They go, "Hey, so see this MRI?" I'm like, "Yeah." They say, "You see this little spot right here?" They said, "Yeah, you have a brain tumor that's pressing your pituitary gland, and it needs to be taken out ASAP because one, you could go blind, or you could actually have a heart attack." So I'm like, "Oh God." They said the good thing is it's benign. This is all within my first year on campus and all this happens. And the thing about it is the pituitary gland is what moderate
yeah.
Right.
I know. I was so claustrophobic in those machines. I hate it very much.
And I can imagine you in a machine with your legs in the air.
Dude, I'm like this in there, and they give you this terrible headphones and play this 2003 pop music in here, and it sucks. But
that's even worse, right? They're trying to.
It's worse. It's
yeah,
worse.
what are you doing to me?
But back to the story. So the pituitary gland is what modulates all of our hormones in our body, such as testosterone, thyroid, all of that. So the moment they go in and they mess with it, it just messes everything up. So once I had the surgery, they took it out, it just killed my drive and everything. My testosterone and everything went just obliterated. Hormones went berserk. So that's how that happened.
So how did you get yourself back together? What happened?
To be honest, medication, support of my wife, family, and it took years to finally get under control. But I'm glad it's finally under control. Having growth hormones, I always tell bodybuilders, "Hey, I can sell you my blood. I have a surplus of growth hormones if you want some."
I like the lean in that he did, just in case anyone's listening.
So was there a period? Did you go through like a depression, or did you get the?
To be honest, it was it was the ups and downs, depressions. I wasn't the same because you have as a immigrant, you go to a different place and you try to make your family proud, and a certain part of me kind of felt like I let them down. And I didn't live up to the expectation that was given to me. My wife always says, so it's because when they met me, it was like on the downstream of my career where I had no interest in basketball, right? I wasn't working like I used to. I didn't have the same passion and grit like I once had for it, right?
Right.
And then what happened was when she met my mentor, who's one of my best friends. He goes, no. He said, if you saw Jordan before the surgeries, completely different person. Like, it's not even close. Because he was telling her, I remember we were talking about what I was going to wear for my draft night. You know, so I went through this stage of depression up and down. But to be honest, I still try to remain very positive. I was lucky enough to have the support that I had, and finally find something. And to be honest, and when I look at the whole scope of the whole thing, I finally, and it didn't dawn on me until I did my first tryout. I said to myself, "Oh, this wrestling is for me." Like, I played basketball because that was a means for me to get out of Nigeria.
Right.
But wrestling is what actually brings me joy. And my wife says this to the day. Anytime I go on the road and I go perform and I come back, she says, "You have a glow to you, huh? You're having fun." I'm like, I love wrestling.
You found that passion.
Like, I found something that I actually really enjoy doing and brings me so much joy. And I think when I got offered the contract to sign, that was one of the first things that surprised me was when I did the tryout, because if you never watched wrestling, I wasn't an avid wrestling fan. I know of wrestling, and I know the major guys in there, but I wasn't like an avid weekly watcher.
Sure.
It wasn't me.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
So when things like this happen, the tearing of your ACL, I mean, having a doctor see you on, just watch you and send an email, and all of a sudden so it was the universe. Like, it's interesting because you go through these cycles, these life cycles, and it kind of like you have severe, it moves you to the next. It's like you're in Nigeria, then okay, now you're here. Okay, now the ACL, now you're here. Okay, now you're going to Florida. Now you got the pituitary. Now it's interesting how, like, I really believe that wherever you are at right now, Omos, on this live with Joey and Ross talking about your fragrance, I really believe that this was all meant to be.
Oh, absolutely.
With what you're doing with WWE and what we're doing together, and because it's it also ties us into the pop culture as well, which is kind of wild to think about. And so 100%. So you end up. So how did you get hooked up with the wrestling, or who from WWE found you, or how did that happen?
So when I was in college at USF, this is before I graduated. There was one of my friends on the football team. His name was Antoine Posniak, and one day he goes like, "Hey, I'm gonna go have breakfast with a WWE guy. Do you want to go?" And this is before, I don't know if you guys been to First Watch in Florida. So the First Watch, before they had a rebrand, they used to have these giant sized pancakes. And it was more diner style before they did a whole.
They got them in Colorado too, First Watch. Big
yeah, but remember the older ones, right? What I'm talking about, right? The older style, it was more diner style pancakes. Because we used to go there before college, before our games on Sundays. So he goes like, "Hey, I'm gonna go to First Watch and eat breakfast with this WWE guy." So I go, "Oh my goodness. Yes, free breakfast. Sign me up. College student free breakfast. Let's go." Yeah. So I go to this breakfast and I meet Steve Kern, who at the time was WWE didn't have a performance center per se. I think this was like 2013. So he used to run a developmental system up in Tampa called FCW, where it wasn't really owned by WWE, but WWE kind of sponsored them to train athletes.
Cornette was still working for FCW then, right?
I don't know. I think
that was around that time. He was running creative.
I think so. I'm not sure, but I do know during that. I do know that was when I met Steve Kern, and he made a kid walked in, and I looked at him, and his eyes just lit up.
Right.
And the whole time I'm eating breakfast with him, and he's talking like, "Hey, you need to do WWE, brother. You have no idea. Like, they would love you." And I'm just eating like, "Brother, I'm not doing WWE. I'm just there for free breakfast, brother.
You're just having pancakes."
Bro, I'm just gonna eat a free breakfast and go home. So, so we leave, and then literally it took a couple of years later. Like, this was like 2013. I didn't reach back out to them until like 2018 again. Like, "Hey, I was going for a tryout," and then got invited for the tryout. And once I went to the tryout, and got hired, given the contract. Literally on the same day.
Machine.
It was crazy.
And you know what? And so I just wanted people to know a little bit about you. And I don't know, through Ross and WWE, Ross, you watch Ross, right? And then you and Ross start talking to each other, right, Ross? Don't you guys
Yes.
start
So what
talking on
happened
Instagram?
what happened was, go to the fragrance collection. Once I started collecting fragrances, I stumbled down his page. So I just subscribed and I'm just watching every week, watching his progress, his gym, and seeing everything, just watching his content, right? And then one day I seen his live and he's talking and tattoo NWO. I'm like, I know that logo. So
No, because I got this tattoo last year. We've been friends for almost 4 years.
No. Sorry, no.
Blow my whistle, throw my flag. Bullshit.
Okay.
All in bullshit.
I noticed you talk. No. I noticed him using wrestling terminology on one of his streams or something, and I said, "Oh, if he's using wrestling terminology, he's a wrestling fan, because only people who watch wrestling know wrestling." Like he was saying, like me being a heel or baby face, and I'm hearing all these terms that we use.
Because we'd always randomly talk wrestling towards the end of my stream. So I got a couple of
so I'm looking like, so followed him, and I think I just followed you on Instagram.
So out of the blue, I start seeing him liking my post on Instagram. I'm like, what the fuck?
Right.
Literally, like, what? Like, I know who he is. How does he know who I am? So naturally, I have to reach out. Like, what is this? What is? I appreciate the likes. Big fan. What are we doing here? I didn't say it like that, but like that's my mentality. Like, what are we doing here? What's happening right now? And that's literally one of the first things he ever said. Big fan of the channel. Watch you all the time. Big frag head. Love my fragrances. And next thing you know, we're on the phone.
Ross. I mean, listen. As a diehard wrestling fan your whole life, that has to be like one of the most surreal moments ever.
What? Like, wow. Because I followed his entire career. Like back when Taker was showing up the first couple times at the Performance Center, and he's to mentor the big men, which that is his mentor, Undertaker. And I see him at the table with all the big men they were training at the time before he ever got on TV. Followed him through his run with AJ as AJ's personal colossus, when he was wearing a leather jacket with the fur and all that shit. And
that's the
Riddle tag team match. He's talking about he was still with AJ at the time.
Yeah.
Just all that I knew. I'm a big wrestling fan. I watch all the time.
Die hard.
Of course, I know of him and everything I've seen on TV. And I was following him on Instagram already. And then just out of the blue, completely out of the blue. I was still living in Colorado when this happened. And I had to know what's going on here. Like, this is, I have to see, like, clearly you're into fragrance. Why else would he be liking my post on Instagram? You know? And we ended up on the phone, and I'll tell y'all what, just like the comment a minute ago about, because I know y'all have heard that from me about he's a machine and doesn't get nose fatigue.
No nose
fatigue. Smelling fragrances. He can talk fragrance all night. Every time we ever get on the phone, it's 2 hours. We'll sprinkle a little bit of wrestling in, but we talk fragrance way more than we talk wrestling.
Yeah.
He give me a little something here and there with some, he knows I want to know.
Yeah,
well, aside from that, insider info. But aside from that, we get a lot of fragrance talk, and it just, next thing you know, as it evolved, the very first time, it's funny, the ZED creators, it's funny how everything comes full circle. The first time we video chatted, we were putting plates on the bottles in Chicago.
Oh wow.
He came across, now Raja Parfum's Oligarch Parfum had just been discontinued like a few months prior. He came across 3 bottles at a perfumery. So he starts messaging me, and next thing you know, he's video chatting me. So, we talk about it and everything, and I introduce him to everybody. This is when everybody meets the Nigerian giant Omos. We're doing literally prepping ZED creator stuff. It's funny how that shakes out. And so he ended up buying all 3 bottles. My suggestion was to buy 1. He bought all 3. Later, fun fact, he gave away a bottle on my channel later. But it's just a little inkling that hindsight's 2020, right? You look back and you're like, what's the odds the first time we have anything face-to-face was for this project, oddly enough, what was going on. Fast forward a little bit, Rumble's in Tampa. I'm now living in Florida. He's in Orlando. You should come. George Atkinson's like, oh, I'm coming. I'm going to the run. I want to go. It's the next thing you know. We're sniffing fragrances in the mall. This genius wanted to go to the mall. I literally said, are you sure you want to go to the mall?
Yeah.
Your chat's got wrestling fans. Imagine walking through the mall with him. Dude,
Right,
I'm not
right.
joking. We were there 5-6 hours, and I guarantee you a solid hour to hour and a half was him taking pictures.
Just think of a man of your stature, just an everyday man of your stature walking through the mall. People can be like, shit, look at that,
There's one gentleman in particular. I have to say this one real quick. One person in particular literally stopped us, looked at him, and said, "I don't know who you are, but you look like you're somebody. Nobody looks like you." That's
I was just gonna say that he gives off that.
Yeah.
He's a star. He's got this light about him that he's
Like
something different.
really good energy.
Yeah, and just
Really,
like
really
Strawberry
good
said, and it's beautiful how it all tied together because then Ross was dealing with Omos, and then Omos has purchased Zaharoff, and we did the second round of Zed Creator, and then the third round comes along, and with Justin and Ross, like I wanted to do something different with. I didn't know we were going to do a third round.
I kind of want to do something different this time. I was like, well, I have an idea for different. I don't know
Right.
if you're open to it.
Right. Well, he kind of left it there, and then I called him up and I go, Ross, what do you think of having? Because Ross had anyway. So I said, Ross, what do you think of having Omos as one of the Zed creators? And he said, what did you say, Ross? You said for me to reach out to him. Yeah, I reached out to him, right?
Yeah, I said it's one thing for me to tell him. I said you should talk to. So I middleman the conversation, the swapping of the numbers and everything for them to connect.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
And so I spoke to Omos. Jordan is his name. I call him Jordan. Jordan has his Tolalupe is his Nigerian name. Jordan is his American name, and Omos is his WWE name. And so I switch between Tolu and Jordan and Omos. So anyway, because I think it's fabulous. So
absolutely.
But if you Google Omos, he's like Cher or like Madonna. It just comes up Omos. You'll find him. And so I think I typed in Omos, just to Google, and I'm like, motherfucker, it just says Omos. He's the first thing that comes up. And so I think that's fabulous. So and so we talked, and I said, I don't know, what do you think? I gotta tell you the story. So so I say to Omos, I go, what do you think? And he's like, absolutely, I'm in. Right? Yeah. You immediately said you were in. So
well, real quick, funny enough, like about a year or so prior, in one of our many long conversations, he was wanting to invest in creating.
Yeah, that's you told me that. That's right.
Another thing of the universe coming together. Go ahead.
So fun fact, because I spoke to you.
No names. Don't mention any company. No company names. Don't mention anyone else's name, okay? We don't want to talk about other companies or anyone else, okay?
Okay, I spoke to somebody else.
All right, yeah.
And what happened was I wanted to get confirmation because the price that they gave me, I was like, whoa, that's a lot for to invest in the fragrance, because they're like, you want to do your own thing. You want to make sure you have you just don't want to drop one. You want to drop a collection so that you're serious. And I go, how much? I was like, oh yeah, about 200 grand. I'm like, 200 grand. I'm like, oh my God, okay. Yeah. This is a big deal.
Yeah, it's big time.
That is just to create the fragrances. This is not, there's no marketing, nothing else. I said, oh, Lord, okay. All right. So reached out to him, and he's just like, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just collect your fragrances, enjoy it. Just enjoy the process. Don't worry about doing any fragrance at all.
Well, there's a little bit being left out. It was some other opportunities, some other things in his ear. Whereas you could do this and you could do this. And it was one of those, think about it this way. Whatever you do, especially the first thing, that's always what you'll be known for. And if you don't go with something that's true to you and speaks of the quality, the way you live your life, the way your collection is, if you go that cheaper route, you're going to be viewed as that cheaper route. So keep that in mind. That was kind of me of be patient. Right. The right opportunity will come up. Was basically what the moral of this conversation was. That without the thought of this was not an idea for this, because this was a year or so prior to me and George having that conversation.
This was when you were doing
how everything comes together.
Yeah, because this conversation was happening over ZED2 during the ZED2, right?
No, this was after we were sold out. This
after.
It was after ZED2. In between. Because I thought
this was my first year in Florida. Because this is my second year in Florida. This was my first year.
Because I thought that we were done. I thought after ZED2, 80% that we were done with the Zeds. And then, what happens is that I get this fire in my ass, and I'm like, you know what? Why don't we do the Zeds again? And then and then Omos came in. But you know what's funny, guys? I have to tell you, the moment someone perceives you in having money, okay, just the perception of it, and you want to do a business venture, like, you know, I want to come out with my own fragrance. It's like the yellow brick road, and you're waiting to come. Who's going to come out of the forest with whatever gimmick to tell you what it will cost, and because they see it as an opportunity to take, and all. It's a fuck anyway. So anyway.
Anyway,
Because I've had that too. I mean, it happens to me too. And so I call Omos and I go, "What do you want to do?" He goes, "Yes." And I don't want to go through the How do I?
I didn't know if you were gonna bring up when y'all flew him out to meet him.
But there's something more to this, because I have in my head what I've envisioned for Zaharoff, and I get anxious, like, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? And in this case, you know, it's like, okay, what's next? And so finally, you know, you have this situation with you, Jordan, to come in, and you said, okay, talk to my
Agent.
your agent. And I'm in Santiago. I'm sitting at the Ritz-Carlton. I'm look at the top floor of my this beautiful suite. I'm looking at all of Chile, and I'm talking to your guy, and he's like, well, we need a contract, we need this, we need this, we need that. And I go, I don't have contracts. Everything is, am I right? Even now with Omos,
right.
everything is,
Handshake.
Wow.
I don't,
Handshake.
it's, we're going to do this. Let's see how it goes.
Right.
If it goes well, this, we're done. And so I'm like, you know what? Maybe not, maybe this and maybe. And so I hung up the phone with him, and I'm like, you know, you dumb fuck, you've been praying, you're asking God, you're saying what's next. You're presented to it, and you're saying no. You're saying, I don't know, maybe I'm too small. And so it got my ass lit to go out there and present. And I put together, remember, Jordan, I put together the thing. And I sent it out, and you're like, it's approved, it's done. And so it's like, okay, good. So it's like, you guys, you never know. You never know what is next and what's waiting for you. So they get their projects. I called Mon, and I said, Mon, this, and this. And they're like, oh, this is really exciting, George. I go, yeah. And so here we are. I mean, Jordan got working on his, Ross got his, Justin got working on theirs. I won't go through the whole process. So, right. But Jordan, because of the story that Jordan told you, when it came time for his name Ibere, it's look at the hell he went through.
Yeah.
And he's starting his new life cycle with WWE, and that's what Ibere means. It means new beginning. He's sitting on his throne. He's come and arrived, but he's going on to the next.
Yeah.
So go ahead and explain.
Yes, Iberi in Yoruba. I'm from Nigeria. Like I said, from Lagos, Nigeria, and Iberi means beginning. This begins is a combination of everything that I've been through. Like I said earlier, up to this point, and it's the starting off of a new journey as I take a deep dive into this thing we call the fragrance industry.
And Jordan loves anime.
Yes, I love comic books. I love anime. And the dope thing about the cover is, about the package it is, my tutor when I was in Nigeria, my art tutor in Nigeria, who pretty much tutored us was free, never asked us for any money. I commissioned him to draw this because I thought like only him could capture the essence of what I was trying to.
What does he think of everything? What does he think of everything?
He loves it.
He loves it. Good. Do you know what? If you want, give me his name, and I'll put it on the Zaharoff website. We should give him credit.
Absolutely, I would definitely give you his name so you can give credit. I would love to do that. Also, my job is always trying to make sure people know this. If you ever see me at Comic Cons, I'm always in the artist alley. So I love artists. So always trying to make sure I have a huge soft spot for artists. So always trying to make sure those guys are getting work and to push them out there because I believe they're one of the true creators that we have in this world.
So people, just in case they didn't hear, hold on, Ross. that he said the artist was a friend of his he's a Nigerian
Yeah, the
artist.
artist is a friend of me he's a tutor of mine. He was tutoring me when I was a young boy in Nigeria, when I was like between the ages
So what's
of,
his name?
his name is Ibrahim Ganu, right? And
Ibrahim Gamil?
Yes, Ibrahim Ganu. And he
Okay.
was tutoring me as a, when I was trying to learn how to do sequential art, which is essentially comic books, and teaching us anatomy and how to draw the human body, and he did all this for free. So I wanted the honor of him doing this drawing for me.
Beautiful.
Because also me going into the world of learning sequential art was also a new beginning for me. It was also a new endeavor at that point in my life.
Beautiful. You were going to say something, Ross?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So that's the story of Ibere. And so when you created your fragrance, what did you have in mind? Which I was actually, to be honest with you, I didn't smell any of the fragrances, and when I smelled them for the first time, I was freaking. I was stressing out because
I love saying nobody blinds by like George Sahara.
Yeah, exactly. And I was freaking out because I didn't know, and it
He
ended
blinds
up
by
being
in the six figures.
so,
no big deal.
Yeah.
no big deal. Why not?
Yeah.
And so when you were creating your fragrance, Jordan, what were you thinking?
I was thinking of trying to, make something that showed a part of who I am, that encapsulated my tastes in particular. Because I remember when I was a beauty perfumer, I said I wanted something that was regal, classy, elegant, and sexy. And Mathilde,
That last word.
yeah,
Sexy.
Mathilde,
It's a sexy fragrance.
she delivered. Boy, she delivered to the T. I see why people love Gris Chanel. If you guys don't know Mathilde Bijou, she's the same perfumer for Gris Chanel. So I understand why she's very famous on what she does, because she's a great perfumer. And she hit the ball out of the park on this one.
Yeah, mom don't hire any slouches.
No doubt.
No. She's
Joey,
this is like I said. This is
Joey, have you sprayed it?
I think now.
Go ahead. You know what? Go ahead. I was live on air.
I mean,
Listen, I have not smelled any of these. However,
it's been on my
my
hand.
wife is a humongous anime fan, and I'm looking at this blade on the side, and that is some anime fire right there.
It is. It's kind of like Berserk-like.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Jordan, correct me if I'm wrong. Attack on Titan.
So
I've watched that. Yes.
No, so that's not the favorite. What's the favorite?
Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Oh,
Somebody asked earlier. I know you told me before. I just couldn't remember.
Yeah, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
There you go. I think Blondie was asking if I remember. I know somebody did.
Yeah, I'm a huge anime guy. That's a different. We've been on that rabbit hole. Passionate about my anime,
Yeah,
Sure.
I love that you incorporated that into the presentation and the buy. It's just beautiful. And that's another thing. Like, you grew up, right? You talked about Lamol. You talked about Issy. It's been a passion of yours your whole life, and here you are with your fragrance. Like,
it's surreal.
Surreal.
It's surreal.
Look at that logo too, huh?
Like, dude, yeah, the giant connoisseur. I mean,
badass logo, right?
My art, Ibrahim Genu designed the logo too. I got to give him credit.
Just whipping through the city with the blade.
He designed everything.
Badass, man.
A giant connoisseur TV show, anime show, whipping with the blade, right?
Yeah.
Just getting crazy with it.
And to be honest,
that's interesting. That's interesting.
Not to plug in, small little plug in my YouTube channel. So that's the whole thing about, when I first started Giant Connoisseur, I thought it was just fragrance, but the more I thought about it is, it doesn't say fragrance connoisseur in there. This is Giant Connoisseur, which means I am a connoisseur of things, which means
of anything.
Anime, footwear. I'm a huge sneakerhead. I know Ross knows this. Huge sneakerhead. I love my fragrances. I read comic books. I have all these interests. I love.
Hey, speaking of being a huge sneakerhead, you better come with it because I ain't playing coming to Chicago. I'm bringing some heat.
No, I can't. But you have an advantage because you have smaller feet. I can't. You're gonna have me bring a humongous suitcase.
You're right. That's fair. But
okay. Just I'm gonna bring the first time I have the J-Balvin 3s.
See, there you go. Now we're talking. Now you're talking. So Marcus is gonna love that. Polo and J's. He's gonna love seeing that.
The black ones.
Here's the channel, guys. Giant Connoisseur. Yeah. Go over there, subscribe, check it out.
Yes. I also love cameras. That's the huge thing I just found out too. Guys, what advice? Don't get into cameras. Beautiful, but expensive.
Since you're gonna do
Don't
that,
do it.
I was I was going to bring the rare Air 11s that haven't come out yet. They come in tomorrow, but I'm bringing the Nigel Sylvesters. I'm bringing the Brick by Bricks.
Don't do that to me.
Now I'm bringing the shoe of the year now.
Don't do that to me.
I haven't worn them yet. I've been saving them for the right occasion, and this seems like the right occasion.
Don't do that to me. I was gonna buy those shoes, and I back with them, Phantom, spending $1,000.
God, they're ridiculous. The resale on them's ridiculous. And I paid over resale, but not what they're going for now. Sorry about the sneaker talk, guys.
Yeah,
no,
Listen,
listen,
Joey, let's see now.
I can't wait any longer, gentlemen. You're killing me over here.
Go ahead. Sorry.
And then we'll talk about Ross's after.
Yeah, sure.
Right. Okay. This is. Oh my God. All right. So I'm looking at the juice. You know, I like to pay attention to the color of fragrance and juices. So I'm expecting it. I'm expecting the vibe to match the color. All right. So here we go. We're gonna spray it. And
I put Boo Boo. I can't believe I have Boo Boo on here.
hold on. Sweet.
Yep.
Sexy.
Yep.
Woof. Vanilla coming at. I'm getting a. Now listen, I'm gonna be honest here. All right. I can only be honest. I'm getting a nice irisy like a lipstick, like a sweetness vanilla vibe to it that I know are gonna drive women crazy. There's a vanilla presented in here, George, and it's got my attention. It's dark, it's sexy, it's strong. Listen,
it's strong.
I'm in the Midwest. It gets cold here, and this is gonna shine.
Yeah,
this is gonna shine.
It turned out exceptional. He did a great job.
That is absolutely sexy. I don't know other words. Right? My wife's about to come in here. Listen, I'm trying to tell you, I got the door locked. This is crazy. Hold on a second.
It's beautiful.
It's rich. It's a deep, rich.
It's the way it was balanced because it's the lowest concentration of the three, but it's like just as strong, if not stronger, because it lingers. Dense fragrance.
It does linger a lot. I was shocked. One day I put it on my clothes and it was on my clothes the next day. I was like,
I know.
It wears heavy.
Hercules was saying that too, that he woke up the next day and his clothes smelled like Ibere, and I love it. I think you did a great job with it.
This might be my winter staple. In all seriousness,
anybody that likes dark, sweet fragrances,
this is
sexy,
it,
baby. This is top notch stuff over here.
And it's not like heavy.
It's not like
it's wearable. Everyone could wear it.
It's not
by heavy as I mean cozy.
Yeah. When I say heavy, think of a blanket.
Yes.
You warm on a cold night, and you're like, damn. Like this is. I
think it's hands down the one to wear on a date.
Behave, right?
Oh yes.
This will work in the Florida heat as well. This fragrance will work in any climate.
Versatile.
Any climate, yeah.
That was the whole point. So when I was creating the fragrance for the perfumer, I said I wanted something that was regal, sexy. Also something that was also very wearable but very, very unique. And she delivered. She did an amazing job. And also, I don't know if you pick up there's like hints of lavender in there. I don't know if you smell the lavender. There's like a little bit of lavender in there.
So I have a question because I did my video earlier, and I didn't really get this the first time around with the sample. I know there's nothing in the notes to say this should exist to me, but Joey, in the moment, and Jordan, you've worn the hell out of it. Do you at any point get kind of a leathery accord to it?
Yes,
a little bit, yes.
And there's nothing in the notes that would say that. I get like this soft brown leather just kind of holding
the
it.
mix.
Yes.
It's the mix of the hold on.
It's beautiful.
I think the Jungle Essence does that.
Because I literally know the Jungle Essence is an extraction process.
Okay.
It's not a note.
Pink pepper.
Yeah, the
pink pepper is one of my favorite notes. Listen,
pink pepper definitely brightens it up at the top. I think for sure.
Right in the opening, right? Just gives you a blast. This is, my nose is so funny because it always finds one note that it resonates with the most. And it's like, oh, maybe in the mid, the dry down, that's where you get your vanilla and your sweetness. But with my nose, when I smell it, I immediately gravitate towards the vanilla. I gravitate towards
There's so much because you got powdered sugar. You got Viola, I believe is how you say it. It's a woody vanilla
But-
accord. Then you
Vanilla
also
Accord.
have Tonka Absolute, and you have another vanilla.
Vanilla bean. Come on, the best of the vanillas. What are you talking?
Bunch of vanillas.
Powder it. So when we talk, so like gourmandish,
Yeah,
right?
ambery,
sweet,
yeah.
deep. Okay, so gourmands are one of my favorite kinds of fragrances, especially during the cold weather. They're great date night scents. You know, you're with your lady, you're going out. Absolutely delicious. I one word, sexy. That's it.
That's
It's
the
just
word.
it's
Tell me.
sexy. It's sexy. And wow. You know what I mean? This is fantastic. I can't wait to have my wife smell it. My mama, I can't wait.
My wife loves it because I didn't make sure
Right.
she approved it. Actually, she might be my secret magic trick when it comes to making all this, because people don't know this, but she hates about 80% of everything back here.
She's super picky.
If the wife approves, you know
But
you're
she
doing
approves. Yeah, she approves.
then you're in there, man. You're in
Yeah.
there.
So there's that ambery woody vanillic density, which is called Valinol.
Yeah.
And it's when you mix it with the sand cedar and the moss, you get the leathery accord.
Because that's what I was saying in my video. Like, I don't see
Yeah.
anything dictating it. I don't know what it could be, and I don't know if it's just me. And
I
said
get
I'm
it.
curious to see if others would say it. So that's why I thought of it to ask, because I get a strong leathery presence to it.
Yeah.
And nothing animalic, soft, supple kind of
Soft,
stuff.
beautiful. It's
Yeah.
beautiful. Yeah. Because there's
Almost
no
like Swedish, like.
it's
Almost
beautiful.
suede. Yeah, kind of suede,
It's
fuzzy,
beautiful.
soft,
It's beautiful. Beautiful
This-
job.
I
I was relieved when I smelled it. I was relieved.
you were relieved.
Yeah.
This is great stuff.
Because sometimes for the first time, so and also, because the initial reason for the ZED creator is I wanted them to really understand what goes into creating a fragrance. And part of it is second guessing yourself after you make your decision, and then when it comes to market, you're like, oh my God, did I do the right thing?
Yeah.
And so when Jordan gave his final rendition and I placed the order for the oil, which is quite a bit of an investment, especially when you do it all three at the same time. Then Jordan, I think, sent me a message saying, can I change and I sent it to Ross, and I'm like, I go, Ross, it's better you call him and talk to him.
Ross had to run damage control. I was in Louisiana. I was editing. It was like 8 in the morning. I was editing at my mom's dinner table while she was still sleeping. I just recorded a review. And actually, I think it was like Dumont Nitro Red Intensely. And he sent me that. So I reached out to Jordan because George was like, oh, shit. So, and I knew what it was. What it is it's kind of a rule of thumb that we all go through the first time. You learn it the first time you do this. Joey, you've been through this.
Oh.
Joey, once you've committed, don't go back to anything else. You can't.
You can't.
They're all pretty good. You're going to end up confusing yourself. And that's what Jordan, right? That's what you did. You went back and you're like, this one's pretty good. Should I have gone with this one?
This one, yeah. And then my wife wanted the other one, and she was like, people like, it's like a toss up. This might be better. I'm like, oh, stop. Okay.
It's
I got to remind them, like, there's a reason you picked the one you went with and didn't pick this one.
Yes.
Once you commit, you committed for a reason. And now we're definitely committed. There's money spent. There's no going back.
Yeah, no going back.
You're good. And he was good.
Yeah.
We had a nice little three-way call that I added George to after we talked for a minute.
Right.
Because I knew that's what it was, and I caught Justin up. Justin started laughing when I told him what was going on because Justin went through it too. We all go through it the first time on it. You make the mistake of revisiting the old stuff after you've committed, and you start confusing yourself. Like, man, this was good. Should I have done this one, maybe?
Yeah.
You see what he ended up picking, right? Pick the winner.
You picked the winner 100%.
Yeah.
Omos had complete with it, all of them, Ross, Jordan, and Justin. It's their fragrance.
Complete control.
I did not smell it. We did not smell each other's until the time when all of us were there. And so the initial one on Ross's channel and on Justin's when they announce it, but they have complete. It's whatever they want.
And I'm picky. That's why I love my relationship with Claude.
Yeah,
we do everything sitting on the phone. He understands what I want, and it's fun. It's just hilarious to listen to him with a strong French accent too.
Right.
And so now, Jordan, can you stick around a little bit for Ross's fragrance,
Oh
or do you need to
yeah,
go?
yeah,
It's
absolutely.
okay. We're
Okay.
good.
And then we'll take questions because I think people want to ask some
We
questions
have a
from
lot of
you.
questions.
Yeah, and so go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, Ross. Now, what was Ross had planned his fragrance for the very beginning? His three
Evening
fragrances.
Mystique was still in the market when I decided what I wanted to do with this. When I came up
Mhm.
with a name, I came up with the profile for it. I already had the story involved. We were just about to move to Florida. We moved to Florida August 1st. I came up with this in June 2022. So actually the year before, I'm sorry, the year before we moved to Florida. Because I was continuing the wardrobe. I wanted the vacation fragrance, the fun fragrance, right? Now, going the beach tropical vacation fragrance route, that's a challenge. Because what are the main things you think of when you hear stuff like that? Sunscreen, fruit bombs, pina coladas,
Drinks. Yeah.
it's all that, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, what can I do that's unique but gives an experience? I want transportive. I want the title of vacation in a bottle. I want people to say that when they smell this, but I don't want them to say it smells like Virgin Island water. It smells like God of Fire. It's because I didn't want a fruit bomb anyway.
Yeah.
And something I've always found underutilized was tequila. I was very adamant about tequila.
Ooh. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, you go ahead and spray it while we're talking about it.
So first things first, Ross, you know my taste when it comes to fragrances. We
That I
have
do.
very similar taste.
Yes,
The name alone's got me locked in. Sun
right.
Kissed Island. You kidding me? Let's.
That's a
What
hell of a name, by the way.
While
That's
a
a
hell
Rod,
of a name.
while Joey is doing this, this weekend, Omos and Ross and Justin and the wives are coming in. They're going to be packing and signing, and they're going to be sending these out. So a week from Monday, they should all be out. Well,
Beautiful.
we received. So I don't like saying stuff like this, but what we did the first 6 months of the ZED creators, we did in a week, and so there's a lot. And I don't know if we're going to be able to get through it all, but I'm hoping next week, the following week, everything will go out the first week of November. And thank you for everyone if you're watching this, especially, I think RXL sent me a message
Yeah.
congratulating me. Thank you for that. I appreciate
Shout out
that,
to
RXL.
RXL. Good
Yeah,
job.
Rick,
And
we were having technical difficulties to start the stream. Rick, I didn't even know I had messages from Rick saying it's this with YouTube or whatever. It's because I had a bunch of messages from people after. So I had a message from Rick. I was like, well, thank you for trying to help me. I just had notifications off. So appreciate you, Rick.
So they're all going to be signing their boxes. I want them to touch their boxes. I want people to feel the energy and the love that went into this. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead,
So,
Joey.
All right.
so,
Go ahead.
so while you're spraying that, I was
Yes, sir.
very adamant about tequila.
Yeah.
Because my wife's big thing is fruity drinks on the beach. That's one of the reasons we wanted to move to the beach, right? And this is one that you're going to get hit with a big dose of ginger and tequila right away. It's 28% and it's potent. Mm-hmm.
See,
I don't want to walk you through the profile till you
don't
start.
walk me through it.
I'll talk about the box and everything while you're sniffing it's developing and all. But what do you think so far? First spray.
First spray, I wish it was summer. Like first impression, I wish it was like, January, not January, June 1st. Like
you might have to move to this part of this. You might have to move to this part of the country, brother.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So this transported me to a very happy time of the year. Damn. I think this is my favorite of the three. Of your three. Of your three.
That's what I've said. This is between myself, Claude, and George. I think this is the best one we've done.
Yeah.
From the story to the packaging to the profile to everything coming together.
The tequila, the lime, the vacation. I don't know. It makes me want to go to the beach and have drinks with the people I love and just have a great time. And
so what you should expect from it, it's not, even though you have a heart full of florals with rose, lang lang, and jasmine, you're not going to get a very flowery fragrance. It's got this dried flower, tropical, solar type of feel as it starts to settle in a little bit. You'll come across, you get a little bit of a sand accord comes in, and the deeper dry down, the coconut milk gives you a soft, sweet coconut. No sunscreen, no cocoa butter, no
no like
it's
beefy,
lactonic. It's the milky side of it, with some skin musk. You can get salt. This sublimolide note that's a mon-specific oil. It's derived from embret seed. It's a musk accord that also enhances fruit notes. So in his fragrance, it enhances the dried fruits, and mine it enhances the lime. because he has it in his as well.
Such a contrast between the two. Like a
Very
night.
different.
This is day. Jordan, this is night. You know what I mean? Like, this
Very
is
much that case, yeah.
sexy, baby. This is top of the line. Yeah.
And the thing is, when it comes to stuff like that, especially with a boozy Accord and you have some high grade synthetics, nothing about it comes across synthetic in any way.
No, this is very beautiful. Like I said, there's no florals that are going to be stingy and make you think of an old lady. This is beautiful, but it's, to me, this is like a, what's up, Daneem? This is like, it feels like a tropical drink. You know what I mean? It feels.
The whole point of the experience of it is sunset at the beach. Like it's starting later in the day. You've been there for a few hours. You've already been in the salt water. You've already been
it's on your skin.
Wore off already.
100%.
With the smells, the sights, the sounds of what you're going to get, the mist in the air, the way your skin smells later in the day at the beach, the ice is melting in your drink at this stage. That's why it's so warm. The main reason I was so adamant about tequila is it's not a sweet boozy Accord. Rum, sweet. Cognac, sweet. Brandy, sweet. They're all sweet. This doesn't sweeten the fragrance. You know, like I said, I was very picky with this one for sure.
Evening Mystique was my favorite of the last three. And go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead. I'm sorry, Ross.
Go ahead, this one just kind of speaks to me. I think out of Ross's three, like this one would be my number one for Ross's three. Like this one is right up my alley. You know what I mean?
I agree. I will agree with you.
This is
Joey.
absolutely gorgeous, and
I agree.
I wish it was June. You know what I'm gonna wear it when I'm missing summer. I'm gonna wear it.
I've seen 2 or 3 people say, you know, I might pass on it right now because it's not summer. It's like, okay,
no.
When everybody, now's the time you can buy it. It ain't gonna be available next summer.
Correct.
So it won't be.
So
it won't
summer,
be.
when you see people posting they're wearing it, loving it, it's going to be, damn it, I knew I should have bought it.
But even so,
like Christmas,
even so, depending where you live, right? I mean,
it's transportive. It'll take you there.
It's going to take you to a place, and if it's cold where you are, and you're missing summer, and you're stuck indoors, and you want to be transported, Jordan, which you were talking about, like you smell a fragrance and it takes you to a place.
The place, yes.
It transports you, it replicates a memory or a place, a time in your life, and that's the magic of perfume and fragrances. And with Sunkissed Island, it's like when you send a postcard on vacay, like thinking of you, Ross.
The theme of it. That's actually the theme. This is a 1940s vintage postcard.
Some Beach Boys. California girls, what are we doing? This is good.
The sugar sand cap. If I can get
is that sugar sand cap?
Yeah, it matches. If you look at my thumbnail for my video, it matches the sand.
I didn't see. You know, I got this blue lighting. I didn't even pick up on the beautiful shimmer. Look at the sand.
It's sand.
Yeah,
we couldn't go gritty because that would wear off, but we were able. Right. George was able to get it.
That is a great touch. That is a great touch. Yeah, man, this is my favorite of your.
This is the most personal one to me because I was so adamant because the artwork is my tattoo that's on my forearm.
Oh,
it's exactly my exact.
Oh, it is. Yeah. There's the
everything tree. Like the way the floor got it on the side.
So when you apply the scent, that's the first place you spray.
No, I spray
you don't spray it on the island.
That was part of the fun of this was because I got the tattoo in January, February, something like that of last year. And my tattoo artist has become a really good friend of mine. He's done all my ink that I've gotten in the last 2 years. And because he drew this by hand 3 times with a different color Sharpies until it's like, okay, that's the one.
Yeah.
The third one was the charm, funny enough. And when we were done, I said, here's what I'm planning on doing. And when I told him, he's like, dude, that's fucking sick. Really? So I can't wait. When I get an extra bottle, I'm going to give
one the tattoo to life.
So I do have an extra bottle, but the wife already confiscated that one.
Shout outs to the wife.
She's wearing it right now. But yeah, I'm definitely going to get a bottle to Adrian because this is something original that he hand drew on me. It's to, the palm leaves waving. That's why they're not perfect. They're supposed to be imperfect. That was intentional, With the sunset, it goes with the theme late in the day at the beach. The color palette really fits with the actual florals that were used in the fragrance. You got yellow florals, white florals, and red florals. It's the way it came together. And the font choice, the metallics, I just absolutely love this.
There's a lot going on here in the best way.
Imagine like wearing this and going to the beach and does the scent of the ocean.
Yeah.
The saltiness mixing with this. It's just gonna sound amazing.
Yeah,
it's fantastic, man. It's a fun fragrance.
Yeah.
This is a fun fragrance. This
It's
is your
not-
actual fun. Just I want to smell good. I just for the hell of it.
But
Right.
you can't layer these. These are not layered. Each
I
fragrance
wouldn't
is
do that.
different from the other. Someone asked if they could be layered.
Chris said,
No,
You
they're
can.
not.
I just don't know how well it would come out because they're
No.
so different.
they're so
Yeah.
different. What I
I haven't
recommend,
gotten to Justin's yet. Justin's is wildly different from both of these.
I think Joey, you should do a different video on Justin's because I don't wanna take away from Omos's and make this a long. So that's your video you could do on your own. You could do the rest of the others. That people will have to wait for
give them something to look forward to.
give them something
How
to look
about that
forward to as
packaging
well.
though? Before
Wow,
we
you know,
Beautiful.
is it like a nebula? What am I looking at here? Like, what's this?
It's an actual. It's called the Spanish Dancer. It's an actual
Constellation.
system, and it was taken from the telescope. The Hubble, the JW, the
Look at this.
JW, right? The JW telescope. The JW.
Yeah,
what's it called?
the big tele. Yeah, I know what you.
I want to say JW Anderson, but that's the designer. JW. What's the big telescope
Let
called?
me see.
So guys, what is while Ross is doing that?
The James
what is-
Webb space.
James Webb, thank
Webb
you.
telescope.
James Webb. So
Yeah, James.
questions for Omos, questions for Ross, before we end this.
So
Because
Joey, real quick before we dive into that, no lip service, no bullshit. You really like them.
Love them.
Yeah.
Gentlemen.
they're good. They're good fragrances.
We know they are,
Love
but
that.
we don't want you to feel like because we're here.
Yeah, don't feel pressured. Be honest. If there's any critiques, give us the critiques.
I want real feedback. You know.
Listen. So I've been with all the different Zeds over the years, all of George's fragrances, and watched the evolution of how everything came to be. So I remember the first original Zed launch, and as I'm looking back, I had my favorites. I had the ones I preferred, the ones that I didn't. However, I just feel like as time's going on, you guys all leveled up, and it just got better and better, and it just started resonating with my taste. And like I'm assuming, I'm going to say it now, that this is going to be the best and the biggest launch out of all three, because
Yeah.
I'm blown away from these two.
I agree.
Completely different. For me, I'm rocking Sunkiss Island in the morning. It's going to put pep in my step. It's going to pick me up. And when the night slows down and I'm with the lady, you know what time it is. You know what I'm talking about.
I love it.
Or something. Listen, this is very sexy, and this
Sure.
and this is very, for me, it's uplifting, it's energizing. It's like it's a breath of fresh air. Good morning, but good night. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It's true. I agree.
You guys,
And
I wanted to say when you talk about us
Justin
leveling
kicked
up.
ass too.
That's what I
I
want to bring up. Like Justin's, I think this is his best one too. I think it's better than
Yeah.
Second Soul. I do.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, like you would expect, because this is our third round for me and Justin, you would expect us to continue to elevate.
Yeah.
First outing, knocked it out the park.
home run.
First
That's
outing,
the thing. That's the thing. Like that's
him
such
and
an
Perfumer
intimidating,
tore it up.
stressful, intimidating. I want this to be great. What are the people going to think? This is me putting myself out there. You're vulnerable. You're bringing a vision to life, and to execute it flawlessly on the first try. What are you going to do?
Very,
You know what I mean? Like,
Thank you.
very commendable.
excellent. Excellent.
Someone asked if Jordan has given this to his friends. Jordan doesn't have any bottles. He has one bottle and that's it. So he's going to be getting his bottles to give to whoever he wants. Someone asked that, and someone wanted to ask that question. So any other questions? You guys have any questions for Jordan or for Ross? Or for myself, for that matter. You've gone through a lot of that juice there, Jordan.
Jordan's a
Do
Jordan.
you
Super
believe
sprayer,
that's
brother.
4
Super
wearings?
That's 4
Yeah, 4.
wearings.
Sure.
4.
Jordan, what are you going to do when there's no more?
He's going to be done in 12 wearings.
What are you going to do when there's no more? You're going to be like, do you know what's kind of funny is because there's a beginning and an end, that what are you going to do when there's no
I think
more?
I'm going to keep one that I'm never going to open.
There you go.
I did that
No.
too. Keep one
So-
for keepsake. Yeah.
I'm never going to open. I'm going to stay in the package. Always going to stay in the package forever.
So what was training like with a WWE legend like The Undertaker?
Oh, it was great. Taker is such a, we call him Taker for short.
That's kind of cool. Now we know Taker. That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
He's such an amazing individual that has made such a huge imprint on my career. I'm able to talk to him about everything from personal life to wrestling. And you know, sometimes in this business, like I got lucky, man. Like from the first time we met, it was as if I had a big papa / elder brother on the go.
That's beautiful.
And it's always been that way. I love him. I love his wife, Dumber Cool. Love his kids. Man, he's awesome, man. I can talk about Taker for days, man. He's such an upstanding, great human being.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I like that. That's awesome.
Think about this. The most respected talent in the history of this business man is that man's mentor. The most respected man.
So I'm lucky in that instance where not a lot of people get to say that they have that relationship with Taker. Like I can have an idea for someone to say, "Hey, what do you think?" And he's going to respond. So
that's amazing.
I am extremely fortunate and blessed to have that connection with someone as someone who's transcended the business of wrestling. Because essentially, Undertaker is pretty much synonymous with Halloween. Think about Halloween, like Taker. Right. So I don't take it for granted.
That's so awesome. That's beautiful. And go ahead, Ross, Joey.
I was saying, like, I've grown up during the 90s and 2000s during the Attitude Era and watching the Undertaker, watching these legends as a kid. It was so it was so exciting. You know what I mean? I think it was a big part of all of our childhoods. I used to have the wrestlers where you put them on the toy and they would play their ring music. You know what I'm talking about, Ross? You would your feet. I forget what it was called, but it had Undertaker and it had The Rock and all, back there in the Attitude Era. And it's just a lot of fond memories. So to be able to sit here right now and have you talk about the Taker, you know what I mean? Like that's a full circle moment.
Pretty cool.
Dude, y'all have no idea. Like when we went to Tampa, he's like, "Oh, let's come to my hotel. Let's film content." I'm literally, "All right, George, we're about to go to the hotel where the entire roster's staying. Got to be cool. Can't be fans." What does George do? Be a fan. As soon as we get there, I'm like, "George, not this George, Atkinson."
Sure. Shout out to George. Yeah.
There's Road Dogg. There's Gargano and Candace. Truths all over the place. Being Truth. It's just all of them everywhere. And it's great. But we can't go run up. "Hey man, big fan." Okay, that's why I was like,
right.
So what do you call people? What do you call people who are fans of WWE?
Well, they call us Marks.
Wait! Look at this.
I didn't want to say it, but that's he said Ross beat me to it.
So is RXL a mark too? Then is RXL a fan of WWE?
He is.
I would say so.
I didn't know that.
I would say so.
So is there anyone that you would like to get in the ring with, Omos?
There was a question: any wrestler in history, if you could have a match.
Obviously, Undertaker would be number one.
Yeah. Could you imagine?
Undertaker, Kane would be number two. And I'm just gonna throw this out there because I think it'd be great. You give me either Cody or Roman.
Okay. Main players at the moment, right?
Yeah, Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns.
They can work, that's for sure.
You're manifesting, Omos. You're creating the future. You're creating the present. So who's Mark Henry?
Oh, Mark Henry is the world's strongest man.
Literally,
figuratively speaking, like he's like the world's strongest man. Yes. He was a Olympic gold. No, he lost in the Olympics because they cheated him. But he competed in the powerlifting competition in the Olympics, and he wrestled for WWE. And he was another big guy, not bigger, but big guy, very, very strong. Very strong. I've seen him bend a spoon.
Frying pan. I've seen
frying pan. Yeah. Well, I want to apologize. I do want to apologize to my wife because I told her I was the world's strongest man. Now, clearly, that's not true. He's not going to listen to me, honey. If you're listening to this.
Also,
sorry,
I forgot. This gets to my mind. Another person I love to wrestle too is Rey Mysterio.
Oh,
he can work with big men for sure. He knows what to do.
Right.
Very,
There you go.
very mystery. Actually, I got to get one of these fragrances in his hands because he's a huge fragrance guy.
Yeah.
He buys fragrances like
Yeah.
Just like Natalia is the queen of designer, Ray is the king of designer.
Yep.
Like
Yep.
designer
He
clothes,
bought.
George,
He
you would
buys
love Ray
whatever
Material.
smells
He's
good.
Louis Vuitton and Gucci everything. Masks,
Pretty
even.
much.
Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
remember
Mark,
he bought when Mind Games did the special collection with the big bottles. He bought one for him, one for his wife with the refills and everything. From Neiman's. I'm like, bro, you're crazy because it's like $3,000 for that whole thing. But
wow.
he's a very sophisticated dude.
Oh,
got
Mark
expensive
Henry.
taste.
Mark
No,
Henry is.
Ray
Ray
Mysterio.
Mysterio.
I see.
The most famous and the most legendary luchador of all time.
Of all time.
Thank you for coming on and doing this. I really appreciate it. These are
Thank
these
you.
guys here I love very much, and thank you for taking the time to do this, Omos. You know, Omos, I have to say something, and I think you know about some of the. There's some groups, and I'm gonna just be very. I want to be light about this, but I just want to say something. You know, there's some groups that have a few things to say out there about Ross and myself, and you know what I mean about things. And you know, like I think that when you have good people and good relationships and good friendships and good energy, only good things happen. And to show you what a good person Ross is, Ross attracted this.
Yeah.
And
Energy.
I'm being very cryptic, but those that know that only good gets good. And if only assholes get shit. And so
Sure.
I just wanted to add that. So
You get what you give. Energy reciprocates.
that's right.
Very
No
true.
doubt.
Very,
You know,
very.
and I think that good things. Thank you so much, Omos, for coming on. And
Absolutely, my pleasure. My pleasure.
It was
I
an
think
absolute
that
pleasure.
Ross knows I love House of Fragrances. This is my jam. I love this.
I see how you light up when you talk about it, and that's the best. That's the most proof you need. You know what I mean? This isn't a gimmick, or you can tell that you're truly passionate, and this
you
really
can
means a
tell.
lot to you. And that's what it's all about. You're authentic. You know what I mean? And you can feel it. You can sense it. So thank you for giving us your time. All of you guys, thank you for joining me. This was a lot of fun. I feel like we could have talked for 8 hours. You know, let's not do that.
Yeah.
This is so awesome. Hey, let me ask you something, Omaz. If you were to do a second fragrance, what would you do? And I know we need to go back to, thank you, Taffy. Much love to Taffy and Jonathan. I think I saw a lot of people on here.
A lot of good people
A
here.
few creeper. What do you call them? Creepers? What are they called?
Lurkers. Call them lurkers on the internet.
And so, what would you do if you had a second? Have you thought of a second fragrance, Omaz?
Oh, for the future?
Yeah.
You should if you
Oh,
haven't.
brother. Have I? Have I? Literally, I've been thinking like,
I
what
love
do I
it.
want to do?
I love it.
I'm like,
Write it down.
I'm like, do I want to? I've been thinking about it. It's been in my mind. I was thinking this out the other day, and I was saying to myself.
All right, so just keep it in the back of your
Yeah,
head. You never know.
you divulged a little bit last night. You told me and Justin about
That's
it.
awesome.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Because we're pro tip: when you're creating something in a market, don't talk about it too much publicly until you're ready to release it.
Oh,
Yeah, don't say
fair
that.
enough.
That's right.
That's
right.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. But yes, but I have a couple of ideas. I don't know where I'm going to go yet, but I'm like, should I like super sporty or super masculine or super clean? Like, I don't know yet. It's all over the place, but I have ideas.
I love it. I love it. Ross has his next 5 already planned out.
I know.
I will be starting a new story since this was my swan song with Claude.
Yeah.
I'm grateful and so thankful for what I got to do with Claude. It's unfortunate that he's at the retirement stage, and I understand it, but literal works of art that he brought to life exactly as I wanted. I'm so thankful to Claude for what we were able to do together. And thank you, George, for that relationship and the education I've been able to gain through the process because of it.
It's awesome. And Barry said about ZED Creators 4, it has to be 4 different creators. Barry, when you this is the hardest endeavor.
Sure.
And when you find someone that you click with, I have right now where I'm at, I have no desire other than, well, I don't know. I shouldn't say anything, but this is not easy. People think that, oh, I'll be a ZED creator, and all of a sudden it's a very, very, what's the word? It's not, it's a lot.
Mhm.
And the only reason why we're here is because it took how many years, Ross? I mean, 5 years, 6 years?
We've built a lot of equity. We do them every other year roughly now,
Right.
and we've built a lot of equity. And I think that's part of why it's been so successful so fast this time around is the equity that we've built with the previous releases. And I think that'll just continue to be a thing as it evolves.
But I thought of it. I thought of adding. We have maybe adding another one, doing a 4 or 5. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like adding more to the group now because this is a good group. Let's see what happens. I don't know. We'll see what happens. The world may not be here a year from now. Who knows?
Oh, geez, let's not put that energy out of it.
Hey, I know where I'm going. Whatever's got to happen, do your thing, Lord.
Yeah, thank you.
That's right. So whatever happens, we'll see what happens when the time comes.
GZ.
So, but it's all love.
Cancel.
Yeah, there you go. See, I love doing these little projects with people that I love and enjoy doing things with, and that's all. So all love, Barry. It's all love. All right, guys, have a good night.
Before we go, I just want to say thank you for trusting me. Jordan, thank you for the friendship. I never would have guessed this would evolve to me being kind of the middleman into getting you into this project with us over time. I love how you referenced over and over. You do it all the time. I don't know if you realize it. Ross knows this. Ross knows this. People are starting to get an inkling more and more how close we actually are.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that. I appreciate the friendship. The friendship I never expected with any of the guys on screen. You never
expect the unexpected. Yeah,
that's always the ones that have the deepest bonds, right? The ones you never expect. So I'm very thankful for all the gentlemen on screen here, and thankful for everyone that has helped support this project so far. Everybody that's here watching got excited. I love that y'all were asking the wrestling questions because I get it. We got a superstar here.
How do you not? How do you not?
You know? And that's all I wanted to add on my way out. Just very thankful for everything.
So Ross, you don't have to say that, but you're off. I want to say things and it's not good. You know what? You're awesome, Ross. That's all.
There you go. That's all he's trying to say, Ross.
Ross, let me ask you. So who is Snedache? Who is that? Or Snedake or Snedache? Yeah, like Jordache.
You'd have to ask Joey. I don't know. That's a moderator on his channel.
Snedache. Who is that, Ross? Who is that, Joey? Snedache. Or is it Stedache or whatever? She's the
one that just said me. I don't know who
That's
she is.
MZ from Scotland.
So there's MZ from Scotland, Omos. She's a huge fan. Can you say hi, MZ in Scotland?
Yeah, she's fangirling.
Hi, MZ. Thank you so much for being a fan. It means the world to us. You guys are the reason why we have a job. You guys are the reason why we do what we do. Why we go through tables and break out months. So we are deeply appreciative and grateful for all the fans that we have across the world. So thank you, MZ.
I think you may have made her life right and finish. Gentlemen, thank you for your time. Much love to you all. Congratulations.
Much love, everybody. RXL, much love, much love. Thank you, Joey, for having us.
It was my pleasure, gentlemen. Thank you. Seriously, thank you guys for coming on. And
maybe next time we can do it on the other channel and you get Jordan to embrace the cannoli.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Listen.
The cannoli, okay. I know.
We'll have to talk another time about that.
Yeah, there's a cannoli in the corner, but we'll save that.
Can you move him around? Move him to where I'm at and tell him.
I've done started some shit now.
It's an Italian pastry. Cannoli's
brother, as a resident fat boy, I am fully aware of
Hey, let's go!
So Jordan, we've all done this. You have to pretend like you're eating the cannoli.
Take a bite of the cannoli.
Do you see it right there on your screen?
You see me? Just give it a bite. Just give it a bite.
This is getting into
the other way.
Other way.
The cannoli's right there.
The noise is delicious. I love me some Italian pastries. Don't get me started on the lobster tails. I love food.
You don't know how much that meant to Joey. That's why I brought it up. That's his thing. Now you're part of the cannoli mafia.
Now you're part of the family. Your family now. Your family over here. This is better than Olive Garden. This is crazy.
Excelente. Let's do it.
Oh,
Y'all saw that? He's down. He's down. He's whatever. Sure, I'll do it.
No.
That's the performer in him.
I got nothing left. I think we've peaked. I think we're good, gentlemen.
I love
Amen.
it. Take care,
Good night.
guys.
Good
Good
luck.
night.
Thank you
Good
all.
night, guys. Thank you, Joey.
You was-
The Don of the Colonial Mafia.
The
Thank you.
Cannoli Mafia, baby. That's it.
Done.
That's it. Congratulations again, guys. Good night. Good luck.
Good night, guys. Thank you.
We will see you on the next one. We're out of here. We are out of here.
Two.